This is more than just a race. This is the pinnacle of precision.
And we're rolling. Prim with a slow start out of the gate, and it is Speedy breezing by from second into first place.
The ultimate test of speed and strategy.
It just goes to show you a momentary lapse can cause a huge swing in the race.
One wrong move can be the difference between becoming history.
We have a yellow flag and a major incident, a disaster here at the Razway. Oh, and look at this. Speedy is off the track and is jammed in the guide.
Or becoming a legend.
The Savage Speeders are Marbula One World Champions. The Crazy Cat's Eyes in their inaugural season in Marbula One, Clementon and the O'Rangers. The Savage Speeders. They've done it.
Let's get ready to roll.
The start of a new Marbula One World Championship. All of the months of apprehension, of waiting for this exact moment, well, the catharsis begins now. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. We return to the Tumult Turnpike to kick off the season for the first time since we did it back in season number 3. Yes, this set the tone for that season. What will it do for this one? 11 turns on this track that features the infamous banked turn and the booster coming right at the end of the first sector. This is a tricky track, a technical one, and as we saw last season, anything can happen in the championship or in an individual race. Our top 3 in the team championship last year did not have any marbles get in the top 3 of the individual championship. That's kind of unusual. The Savage Speeders were Season 4 champions in front of Team Primary and the O'Rangers. It was Momo, Cloudy, and Red Eye, the top 3 in the individual championship. Here you see our starting grid. Snowstorm already leads the championship, 3 points for that pole position yesterday. Our hosts down in 17th, very disappointing, but this was quite a race in Q2 yesterday. What will today hold? And we are rolling to start Season 5, and Snowstorm gets an excellent release and has a bit of breathing room coming through the banking. It is Firo battling with Misty. Ruzzy goes up ahead into 3rd spot as they come through the banking for the first time, and already we've got some marbles that are off the back of the pack. That is Royal and Swifty. Snowstorm gets a lead up the belt for the first time to the tune of 0.7 of a second. Firo on the release. Not too bad. Ruzzy trying to fend off Air Up. Oh, who briefly gets caught on, I think, the trigger spring of the booster and goes backwards. That marble has fallen to 6th. Westby up into 4th. There's a bit of a gap between 1st and then 2nd and 3rd are close together. And look at how close they are, in fact, coming up the conveyor belt. 16-lap race is ahead of us. Snowstorm is trying to manage the pace early on, knowing that especially in the first race of the season, you can overexert very easily because you're not used to that race level of fitness. Practice will only give you so much of what you will actually experience in a Grand Prix. The lead has come down, carved down by some 0.6. It is 0.12 between Snowstorm and Firo, but they're even off the belt. Hard into those redesigned curbs, and now Firo gets tripped up right before the accelerator and the banking, loses 2 spots and then recovers some down this backstretch. Snowstorm now peeks over the shoulder. There's Ruzzy, who had a difficult time coming out of that turn, otherwise would have been much closer. Looking farther back, Firo, Momo, Lemon Lime, Orangen, Bolt, Yellow, Westby, and Billy. Now Yellow Eye comes up into 10th spot. That marble has fallen down precipitously. Had quite a bit of difficulty in the early stages of this Grand Prix, but there's still more than half of it to go. Snowstorm sees a 3-marble battle developing right behind. They're all separated by 1 step from each other. Off they come. It is Firo, who now goes back to 4th, now 5th place. Ruzzy in 2nd through the banking, which Snowstorm has aced nearly every time. That has been a big help in building that advantage. Lemon Lime in 3rd spot, tries to go side by side, look to the inside there, but couldn't get it done. And Ruzzy goes backwards trying to enter the conveyor belt. Bounced too hard into it and has lost positions as a result. Momo now goes into second spot. Our champion from 1 season ago. Here's the battle up front, side by side, through the chicane into the next turn. It is Momo who gets the lead. Firo fights back and now goes to P1. They're very close together. Snowstorm, I think, was caught off guard. What can that marble do? Try to get back up to the top spot. Ruzzy is once again back in the mix. We saw Snowstorm do so well with that banking and with that straightaway in the qualifying sessions. But the longer you go in this race, any little weaknesses will be exploited. Momo clean off. Firo. Snowstorm has third place. Ruzzy with the over-under. That was a nice one as they go into the boost. Yellow, Orange, and Siren, who currently holds fastest lap. That's that purple icon on the scoring pylon over there in front of Bolt, Lemon Lime, and Yellow Eye, who's been unable to make up any positions since climbing to that 10th spot a few laps ago. We're now in the second half of the race, and we have a new fastest lap. It's Ruzzy, a marble that is trying to get first. Looks to the inside there, but couldn't get off the corner quickly enough. Firo catching that draft, but not able to navigate through that chicane. Momo slow off of that turn, trying to recover before they come across the line and can't do it. Ruzzy has captured P1. Firo also with an opportunistic move to get by. You see the replay in the inset in the upper corner of your screen. Firo weaving on the banking and may have lost a spot. Yes, Yellow gets by. Here they all come, careening into that chicane. This is farther back in the pack. That was a group led by Yellow Eye. That marble's now up into 8th spot. Ruzzy's lead is nearly 9/10 of a second. Firo up into 3rd. Then Yellow, Snowstorm back in 5th. Now in a battle with Orangin. Just saw him briefly on the edge of your screen there. Ruzzy navigating the far corners of this track. Kind of equidistant between the top 3. Momo, Firo in 2nd and 3rd respectively. The gap has come down, however. It's under half a second. Snowstorm in 5th. Perhaps got out of the gate too quickly. I talked about fatigue at the beginning. Maybe that's what happened there. The marble that started off so well. Firo into 2nd. At the back of the pack, we saw a brief look at Royal in 20th, Arup in 19th, Stinger, Pinky Panther, Quasar, Swifty from the defending champion Savage Speeders, still down in 15th. The hometown marble, Disarray in 13th. Great battle in the lead is changing here. Momo and Firo as they come into the boost, and then they come out of the chicane. Different order all the way. It is Momo at the point. Firo weaving to try to break that draft with Ruzzy behind. Very close, coming across the line. Now we are on the second to last lap. Momo has nice space there. Has really aced that first sector. What happened here? That was the Savage Speeders getting hit. We've got a yellow flag. This has happened every time we have raced at the Tumult Turnpike, but it's always for different reasons. Is Savage Speeders Swifty stuck at the booster still? Yes, you can see that marble right there. This may warrant a safety marble, but we're already on the last lap, so we'll be all right. Ruzzy is trying to bring this one on home and win the first Grand Prix of the season. 1 turn to go. Ruzzy is going to do it, holding off Momo to win the race at Tumult Turnpike and start the season with maximum points on race day. Royal will be last across. Swifty will be stuck. So I wondered what was going to happen with race control. I think they thought that one of the marbles might dislodge Swifty. It did not happen, so they had to resort to the safety marble on the final lap. It did deploy, but by then most of the field was already by. But ouch, 0 points and a dead last finish for Swifty from the Savage Speeders. Ruzzy not only wins the race, I mentioned maximum points, but got fastest lap as well. Congratulations to the Raspberry Racers, who stand atop the podium. They're feeling pretty robust to start this year. Looking at the standings, 26 points for the Raspberry Racers. That adds with fastest lap, Snowballs, you see the little P down there for pole position in 4th spot. And as predictably as can be, our finishing order is the championship order. Shocker, I know. Well, Tumult Turnpike has served up another great race. As it always seems to, there's appropriately a bit of chaos all the way around here. The speed, the turns, like I said in qualifying, some marbles see this racetrack as a big challenge. Makes it a very good way to start off this season. Who knows what the rest of the year will hold for Marbula One.